Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Playing by the Pound. Today we got a random version of Minecraft up, because you see there are several Vore maps that this one guy made, Jasontable. I won't be the link to any of his channels or whatever, because he seems like kind of what's the nice word to put it? Possibly disagreeable chap. But he did make some pretty cool maps, so I wanted to check those out. But before we begin on that, of course, if you like what you see here, do consider liking the video. And if you haven't already, do give me a subscription on YouTube, because that helps a lot. And if you like to see this content early, it's usually always streamed a day before it shows up on YouTube over on my Twitch. So pop by there. Help me get partner. We're trying to aim for that. We're not there yet. We're still a ways off, but with everybody's help, we can get there. Please help me get there. It would help everyone, including me, a lot. Also, we have a Discord community if you want to hang out with some cool people, so come by there too. Also, as we check out these mods today, we're going to be listening to the soundtrack to the Play Online Viewer, which was basically the launcher for Final Fantasy XI back in the day. It has some really good music, so we're just going to play some stuff on that. But what we have here today for you guys is we have Fox Vore, Giant Dog Vore, Dragon Vore, and Wolflink Vore. And all of these were originally adult in some way. I modified them so that they are fine and showable on stream. So that's why they say prepped. So let's take a look at Fox Vore for starters, since this is the top of the list. To be honest with you, the main reason that a number of these were adult were simply that they let you go all the way through, which is fine. You know, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but with the size of these models and the level of detail, I elected that it was better to simply not quite allow all the way through Vore. Now, I do have my render distance max, mind you, at least without Optifine. I would have Optifine installed, but it was throwing up tons of errors for some reason all of a sudden, even though it was fine earlier. But, so instead we'll just float our way over to unlocking all the fox chunks at the same time. Chunky fox. You may wonder why there's this giant black thing. That is basically a shutter to hide the other fox, which I cannot show. It just has variations that make it not stream or YouTube safe. So we'll stay on this side of the shutter. Thank you very much. It made more sense to build a wall than trying to destroy it all, because look at the size of these models. If I had tried to destroy this with TNT, I would have crashed something. Also, some cows down there. Oh yeah, for scale, here's a cow, and here's a fox. If you really don't understand the size difference going on here. Oh wait, no, there's a horses, never mind. Well, it completely ruins the scale I was talking about. But yeah, look at the size of this boy. Here's a giant paw, just for Beerus. Here's a chicken. Here's a bat. Why are there bats here? This isn't a cave. Alright, hi bats. Wow, that's a lot of bats. I guess he just creates so much shadow that there's now a ton of bats here. Hi, it's Batland. I like bats. Alright. This isn't a cave. Well, I mean, it is, but not here. It's above us. Yes, big fox. And yes, I cleaned it up, so, you know, no problem details here. If you do go hunt down the original map files for these, which I actually don't even remember where they are at this point. But if you do decide to hunt them down, because, you know, I can't control what you're going to do, please keep in mind that you're gonna see a few things that I edited out of this version. I have a cleaned up, safe for public content version of these boyos. But if you go hunting it down, you might find a little more than that. So keep in mind you know what you're getting in for if you do that. But actually, just keep in mind in general for Playing by the Pound, there are times that I censor or clean things up. So if you do seek out content that I show on Playing by the Pound, you may find it to be having more content than you expected. I will generally point it out when this is the case, though. But here is Fox. Here is Snoot. I can only imagine how long these build projects took. There's quite a bit of fox here. Bigger than a biome, probably. Actually, I think about it, he probably is the size of a biome. Charm, taking the N out of NSFW. I don't... Look, I'm not hating on... By the way, for anybody who's mistaken me there, I'm not hating on NSFW stuff. I am pretty chill about a lot of things. I just need to make sure that I'm careful with my content. Ironically enough, I seem to be more cautious with my content than a lot of YouTubers, and I'm the one making weird furry shit, and they're not. Which I find kind of funny. Now, how detailed is this fox, you might ask? This fox is so detailed that, of course, we can go on the mouth. That's normal enough. But this fox is so detailed that the snoot is big for a reason. Nasal Vore is a rarely done thing. I appreciate this. This fox is so big that the snoot works for Vore too. Oh right, I have potions. Oh god, I broke his nose. I'm sorry. I'll fix that. It's been forever since I played Minecraft. I just immediately break blocks. Let's see. Don't I? Yeah. I gave myself potions of night vision for a reason. Anyways. Yes. No. It goes to the mouth, as it does. But yeah. Let's go in. I was just helping, yeah, just kind of irrigate. You know, I was irrigating, you know, his sciences. It's admirable how much time people take for the things they like, even though some people might dislike it. Personally, I think this looks great. I agree. There's quite a bit here. I want to see more games of Vore dungeons where you just climb into a gigantic creature and dungeon crawl it. That doesn't happen often enough. So that's why there were bats out. Bats out? Why are there bats out? You think they'd be in, technically. Just right, I see you're on this map. You say it as if you know this map. Do you know this map? I wish there were slime blocks in there now. That actually is kind of a clever idea. Should we add some slime? How do... Let's see. Right. Sure, why not? That makes me realize a lot of our might not look too interesting from the player's perspective, too dark. That's why it's nice when you have Preds that have an ambient glow inside of them. You know, Shadowx's do. I don't make it terribly clear, but our soul stream, which is like a bloodstream that runs through us similarly to a bloodstream, that has, you know, that has actual, like... Let's put a few here and there. I mean, it's a little bit gross, but I have to admit it's appropriate. There we go. There, a more appropriate nose for you, man. Realism is important? I don't know. I forget how long these potions last, but let me just... Oh yeah, I guess I should, what button is it? Is it F3? No, it's not F3. Is it F5? It's F5. For those actually curious, by the way, I didn't show this, but yeah. I actually have my Shadow self. So, yeah. This is something a friend made a long time. I think it was actually Draken that made this. So, so that's the beat. Now it could be one of those obnoxious YouTubers that goes like, that goes into this mode and then he's just like, "Hey guys, we're gonna play something really cool today. Zoom in on my character really obnoxiously. Whoa!" It's like, you know. I seriously, anybody who goes into F5 mode and doing a Minecraft video, I just get annoyed immediately when they do that for an intro. But let's go down. Let's go down the throat. Please stop riding the camera to your crotch. It's fine, I'm padded. Well, Mal, what if you did that and your cellular viewership spiked? Then I would have no faith in humanity left at that point. Here's the stomach. And now that I think about it, it's too bad it doesn't have water or anything. Obviously, this is not super detailed, but given the massive size of the build quality, I'm still impressed by it. Alright, let's see here. I really feel like there should be some water here. Can I spawn water? Technically can. There we go. I always forget how source blocks work in water. Hey, now it's pleasant. I want more water. This isn't enough water. That's better. Stop. Alright, there we go. Let me get this T. Why do I have TNT in my inventory? Oh, right, because I think I actually tried to destroy the fox and then realized it was just kind of a bad idea, and then I stopped. That's probably what I was doing. Something could be a cozy place to set up a house. It's not too gurgly. Anyways, what I would say about Shadows is, we're ghost dogs. Our physical bodies aren't our true selves. Our soul cores are the real selves, but we do have bodies. And the bodies we have are kept basically alive and kept from zombifying, because thanks to our soul stream. If it wasn't for our soul stream and us having control over it, thanks to the tags we also wear, our bodies would, like, we can make bodies, but they would zombify very quickly. They would rot. They would rot away like a zombie dog very easily. But because of our soul stream, you could see our soul stream. It is, it's unique for every Shadows, the color of it, but it always glows. My hip symbols that I have, you can see them on this model even, as well as my eyes. Those are transparent points of the body that show the soul stream. That is the color. I do not have green eyes. I do not have green hip symbols. I have a green soul stream and it's showing through in those places. So, just to explain that. But anyways, that soul stream, it does mean that if you go inside, there can indeed be a greenish, for me, a greenish glow. Kind of just around my insides. Because you're kind of closer to the soul stream. There's less blocking you from that glow inside. Anyways, here we are in the small intestines, which go up for some reason. I guess that could make sense with Farrell's. I'm just impressed by the build, because, like, he had to think of how to widen this all in this limited space he had. Yeah, it's a big build, but Minecraft takes up a lot of space, like, just building anything. Here are what you show here. The foxes have features. I believe I removed the features. But it's been a while since I set this up. So I can't remember. To be fair, though, even if they are there, they're just blocks. I don't know. Also, as far as the features like exits and stuff, I've removed those. I mean, we can still get to the end, quote-unquote, but we can't leave. But I do believe the small intestines, look at how this winds. It's actually quite maze-like, even though it's a straight path, which is appropriate. I think we eventually will get to a larger area, which is, of course, the large intestines. I removed the exits for the sake of being absolutely safe with YouTube and stuff. Yeah, we can only do Indo, but I still left the intestines explorable, because there's no harm in some intestinal exploration. It's really just the exit that usually causes a point of contention. I think this is the... yeah, we're now in the large intestines. I didn't just remove the exits, Hessler. There are other details that some of these builds have that I also removed, so... But yeah, honestly, I'm very impressed how expansive this whole fox is, honestly. It doesn't... even on the outside, it didn't seem this big. Here's where you actually have to fly to go up. Is this good crawling gut dungeon music? Silver pocket watch. And there's where the exit would be, but I'm super better safe than sorry with my channel. Originally, it was just, you know, an exit with some slightly redder blocks around it. That was... But I deemed that too explicit, even though... I mean, insinuation, you know. But yeah. Quite a long passage, though. I have to say, it's very impressive. But that was the fox. So, let's hop out of this boy. Give him one more good look over. It's creative, just bash stuff. I can. I can make my own exit. Like an intestinal tapeworm. Okay, fine. Let's see where I am right now. This seems mean, though. Oh well, whatever. I don't really have any use for this build after showcasing it here, so... That was a lot more digging than I expected. He now has a turtle bleed. He'll get better. It's just a small wound, technically. They have a leg butt. What the fuck? Those combinations of words. But yeah, there's the fox build. It's pretty cool. So, part of me debated whether or not there should be multiple videos, but you know what? Given the straightforwardness of each map, I'll make this all one big video, I think. Next up, we have Giant Dog Vore. It is raining way too much here. How do you change weather? We don't want it to rain on the doggo. Give me commands. Isn't it like weather clear? Yeah, that's it. It's been a while, but I kind of remember some things. Change weather 0? Is that also a command that works? No face, that was the nose. Why did a nose confuse you into thinking something didn't have a face? Because it was so big, I guess? You can also toggle downfall. Why are there 3 different ways to change the weather? Anyways, big, thick-hipped doggos are always good to me. This guy literally has some damn thick hips, and I approve. This, what breed do you think this is, guys? Seems a bit husky-esque, but I don't think it's a husky, maybe. Maybe it is, but... What are we based it on? Think husky? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Huskies are good boys. Very vocal. No curl tail. That's why I was thinking it wasn't a husky, yeah. I mean, I guess they don't always have to be that curly, but here's the boy. Unlike the fox, he has a much wider tongue because dog. Does he have nostril? I don't think... Does he? No, he doesn't, actually. This boofer snoot cannot be explored. That's okay, though. Oh yeah, I had the swiftest potion so I could move faster. Just remembered. In we go! Big dog. Now most of these builds kind of work similarly. That I do notice though, he did do each of them a little bit differently. For instance, this esophagus goes down much longer and farther down. So could somebody tell Fair that if he mutes stream, he doesn't count as a viewer? Since he's muted and won't hear me. Just tell him, like, FYI, set your volume to, like, 1% and it helps out more. And here's his stomach. Which, once again, doesn't actually have any liquids in it. This time I'm going to add liquids in a much different fashion. Why can you have a bucket of pufferfish, of salmon, of cod, and of tropical fish? That's new. You got mad at me for giving him the, giving the last one intestinal issues. I could just dump a lava bucket at this boy. Actually, that wouldn't do anything. It's clay blocks. I think that's fine, right? Technically speaking. Thanks for light fair, no. Honestly, the most frustrating and detestable thing about Twitch adding this feature where if you guys mute the stream or the tab of the stream, you will not count as a viewer. Twitch will be like, oh, well, you're not properly contributing, so off you go. You're not counting anymore. The most frustrating thing about it, though, is the fact that Twitch did this without really telling anyone. I found out through other people, and I'm sure there's tons of viewers of mine that don't know this even is a thing. Which really blows, in my opinion. Oh yeah, these blocks I'm placing, by the way. Oops. I believe these are the blocks that were originally used for the quote-unquote exits. So, oh no, slightly darker terracotta blocks are what they're called, yeah. Oh no. Well, I guess I made a little water flow here, so that's fine. Dog eat the fox! Yes. Wait, what fox? I'm a dog, too. Well, I'm dog fox. More dog than fox, but I do have some fox in me. I'm like 1/4 fox, 2/4 dogs, honestly. Wait, does it add up? 3/4. Technically, yeah, technically, I got more from my doggy dad's side, I guess you could say. Yeah, now we're in the intestines. Math is not any doggo's best skill, so... eh. Honestly, these builds would probably be pretty effective for like expanding on. Like somebody could set up something with these boys and put stuff in here, maybe make a proper dungeon or something. As they're a little simple, but I still appreciate the level of detail. Just the size of these builds is pretty insane. Are you kidding me? I turned off the weather and now it's thunderstorming again? Goodness me. Oh, why wasn't that loaded? Ah. Now we're in the large intestine. Which actually is a pretty short large intestine. And there you go. Exit was over in that way, but I remember I actually put a lot of work into censoring these guys. That was a tummy gurgle. It's quite a tummy gurgle. So, breaking out the side of him, like I did on the fox, is totally fine. If I break out the intended exit, is that suddenly not fine? It's faster. I'll break out nearby. Like, what's the rules about that's adult now, or whatever, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say, you know? And also, what the fuck weather? Stop! Stop! Oh, there's bats here, too. He has a lot of butt bats. Why does he have so many butt bats? Sure, there's a lot of butt bats. Also, why is the ground on fire? That's another question. Oh, whatever. But it's quite a tail, though. I mean, it has a slight curl to it. It might still be husky. I'm also thinking of the poofy dogs that Alex likes a lot. Was it a Samunid? I can't remember, actually. I really do like how thick the thighs are on this boy. I think that's completely unnecessary, but also very good. Thick thighs save lives, friends. But yeah, that's the puppo. Samunid. Yeah, I have trouble saying their name. Oh, the sun's setting. That's kind of picturesque. I like it. Also, his ears are kind of caves, too. Look at this. You can hide here. But it's a bit dome-shaped, but not quite Bull Terrier, I think. He has such a large snoot, though. A Vore theme, a parkour map to shape the Shadow's belly. Why would you want to escape? There's a lot of bats here too. Alright, next map. Next we got Dragon Vore. This one's a bit different. Thank God the weather's clear. Alright. Dragon Vore. This guy's actually pretty cool. I like the modeling on this one. Also, there's no ground here because it's where he flies. Better hope you have creative. I'm gonna say right now, I'm not a huge fan of Vore, but damn, that's hot. What, doggle thighs? Because yes, they are. Play by the pound looks for mine by the pound. I barely did any mining. Especially for Minecraft. Also, obligatory I'm under the paw for beers moment. So we get claws in this boy. All of them. Yeah, I believe that would be your at least somewhat into Vore. And I don't think that's something to be ashamed about, because Vore is a very widespread and prolific interest. There are many ways that you can like Vore. And none of them are wrong, you know. There's pretty good wings on them, too. Mandatory paw inspection. Fair enough. I like how curvy and everything his tail is, too. Like, I remember this is Minecraft, this is made out of blocks, and yet it has a nice smooth shape to it. For Minecraft, at least. Anyways. Here, boy. He's holding his tongue in such a fun position, too. Look at this. Dragon Roar, Dragon Vore. Oh, swiftness does affect you in creative. For some reason I wasn't sure. Long throat. Because dragon. Ah. Could add water here, but it'll just flow downwards. Actually, why not? Let's have some fun. I mean, it would just flow downwards, but yeah, it'll make it a little more interesting. Hi, King. Oh, there's blood. Hi, blood. Why do I have signs? All science points to me not knowing. Let's go down here. Whee. This dragon is a little bit odder in shape, so I believe his intestinal path isn't quite as long, but it does have some very hard to traverse movement, though. Look at this. It goes down and then straight up and then straight back down again. This is honestly, I'm honestly confused. It's a straight line. These intestines are always straight lines, but honestly, it's confusing. Like, we went down and then up and then back down, and it's just like, whoa, where are we going? And I love that because that's the thing. That's the reason I like the intestinal section of Vore, because like the intestines are really like they for being a straight shot, they're very labyrinthine, and that's kind of fun. It's fun to get lost in them, you know. At least that's how I feel about it. Eating something alive and whole is just eh. Well, there's multiple ways people even like that bit of it. You know, sometimes it's more deadly, and sometimes it's a lot more friendly. So. Oh, fair enough. Well, I don't need the weather cleared for too long. I didn't know I could do that, though. Thanks for telling me. And down we go. Ah! And here's where the X would be. Weirdly shaped large intestine, but there you go. Once again, to stay appropriate, I'll break out from the hips section. Or thereabouts. Where am I? More like the tail, but fair enough. I missed the chance of doing tail Vore with some of these boys. Majestic dragon music is playing now. While we loop back, but still. Majestic dragon going rabble blargle blargle. Because that mouth. That's actually a really complex mouth shape to build, you know? Look at this. I'm pretty impressed. But there we go. There's dragon Vores for you. Now, Telvor, I'm definitely into that. Telvor is fun. Should do it more. I should do it more, that is. It's better with lizard tails than dog tails, but my dog tail can do it too. Bury you in floof and make you, like, cotton candy Vore you, effectively, is how my tail works. Alright, last week we have Wolflink. Where am I? I don't remember the... What's this? Read book. Oh, I have book. What is book? Wolflake, Full Tour, Oron AV. This is Wolflake from Zelda who has innards you could explore. This was adapted from my Roblox version. He had a Roblox version? Let me tell you, this one's better. Just walk up the ladder, you'll see that big thing. Don't worry, you won't see the AV. I mean, well, some people are going to be disappointed. I'll see my stuff here. Yeah, this one, he left a book for this one. I removed the AV aspects for censorship purposes, obviously. But yeah. But yeah. So here's Wolflink after he was covered in moss. Because I guess, you know, there aren't that many color terracotta blocks, admittedly, so. Though he always did have a greenish hue, that is true. He's very green, though. He probably should have had been a mix of green and gray, I feel. I mean, the mane's there. You could definitely see the Wolflink kind of mane, and he's got the chain. You know, the kind of a, you know, the prison chain thing. No wool here either. Wool? Once again, big fat hips. Always a good thing. What's going on down here? Why? Well, here's the torch platform, so you could... Oh, I know why. It's so they can look up and look at Wolflink from the underbelly. That's probably why. Again, very impressive how much he smoothed the features thanks to the size of the build. Dog and fucks for being wool, I wanted to burn them. Well, that's not very nice. When they say Firefox, that's not what they mean. It feels a little undercolored, this one, you know, like it hasn't had all its color details put together. Some green would be fine for his markings, though. He's mostly gray, wouldn't you say? All the same, though, look, we can never have enough Wolflink Vore. There's really not a ton of it. There's some really good Wolflink Vore in FA, actually, but... Anyways, let's go in. Whoosh. He has a very wide mouth. Look how expansive it is. He even kind of hop between his teeth and give him his cheek a rub from the inside. And some white markings too, but it's alright for what it is. Yeah. All these builds are pretty old, actually. I mean, the version I'm using is pretty old, so it makes sense. Like the version of Minecraft these were made in, that I'm using. But, gulp. Look at this absolute amphitheater of a belly, though. Wolflink has much belly storage room. Like, lots. I'm gonna make this one kind of majestic. Hold on. Super off topic, but okay, I'll read the weird off-topic meme just for you.
Doorstock! Doorstock! Please, I beg of you!
Wasn't that Counter-Strike? I don't remember. Is this what we say if we like Vore a lot and then a predator closes their mouth and you just walk up to them and go, "Door stuck!" Because it's not open. So let's have a drippy belly where it drips saliva and drool everywhere. Yes. This is good. Now let's take a look. Okay, maybe I added too much. Actually, I like it though. I wonder how many people have made well maps in Minecraft and made accidental Vore maps. I mean, there's tons of media out there that has Vore in it without it meaning for it to be an interest. But it's there, and that's actually why a lot of people have the interest, because there's a ton of media out there that just has Vore. Because Vore happens to make a pretty good, like, perilous plot point in a TV show, or good level in a video game, or just, you know, whatever. It's a good, especially in, like, kids media, like cartoons and stuff. Vore is a really good, like, oh no, we're in danger, but without it being too, like, without it being too serious, without it being too graphic, without it being too, dangerous, you know. Ha, silly creature, like, eats you, and then he gets beat up, so he spits you back up and you're fine. It's pretty harmless, you know. You just don't know you're covered in drool, and that's it. It's a funny joke. Vore is a common joke in a lot of cartoons and stuff. Alright, Intestines. Again, I want to do an essay video at some point where I discuss Vore, its origins, why so many people are into it, how many different diverse ways people enjoy it. So kind of want to do an essay on that. I find it to be a pretty fascinating topic, just like how prolific it honestly is. Like it or hate it, it is a prolific thing. It is a thing that a lot of people have seen. Even if they aren't into Vore, you've probably seen Vore. Even if you haven't seen Vore from, like, a furry artist or whatever, you probably saw Vore in some media. You probably saw Vore, you know, here and there. And whether or not you have a specific interest in it, you probably at least enjoyed some scenes where it added to a plot line or added some tension or just was interesting or funny. I really think Vore is, like, you know, so it's a common thing for non-furs and people that just aren't into it to scratch your nose up and like, oh, that's really weird and stuff. But, like, seriously, it's all over the place. I wouldn't really, you know, it's kind of like, it's everywhere, dude. Like, maybe relax. It's not too big a deal. Also, we're at the end already. This was a very short intestinal path. Alright, well. The fear of being swallowed is completely primal. Exactly. It's also just like, I mean, it's instinctual. I think even humans still have animalistic traits, such as, you know, the desire for survival. One of the basic key things is don't get eat. You know, that's a basic survival thing. I am not a... Where is the exit? I'm just... There it is. Oh, let me guess. Hip? Yeah, boy, of course it took forever to get out. We were in them thick hips. The thick hips, you can't escape them. That explains a lot. Explains why it took so long to get out. Also, here's another thing. Everybody has a connection to Vore because everybody eats food. That's the other thing. To some degree, everybody understands the idea. Well, unless you're just the saddest person alive, everybody understands the idea of eating something and finding pleasure in eating it. Because everybody has a favorite food. Everybody feels satisfied when they eat a good meal. Everybody already knows the general appeal of eating. So to go from eating to Vore, it's just you can immediately understand half of why Vore is interesting. Because by existing, you eat food, and by eating food, you probably enjoy food, at least some foods. You know? Because the only way you would not understand eating is if you were not alive because you starved. That's the only way you would not know about eating. So there's also that base thing, like, everybody can understand when I say, even if you're not on Vore, you can generally understand when I say, like, it's very satisfying and the pred, you know, the pred feels very satisfied being full and eating something that they thought was tasty. Like, that's a thing that anybody can understand, that sort of statement. But anyways, yeah. Fear and excitement use the same chemicals. Honestly, for those that think, oh, well, that's really weird that you, like, enjoy the fear of Vore and stuff, like, that's really weird. Hey, guess what? A lot of people like horror games and horror movies, and that's the exact same thing. That's another case of using fear as something of a form of entertainment, as something you enjoy doing. So if you think Vore, the weird aspect of the fear and stuff being fun in Vore is weird, it's exactly the same appeal as horror content. It's exactly the same sort of endorphins, you know, in that situation, I mean. But anyways, that was Wolf Flick. And this is also, if I recall, that's the last one out of this set. So, I hope you guys enjoyed these little Minecraft builds. Well, not little at all, honestly, that Jasontable made. Again, I won't be sharing the links to that, so please don't ask, because, again, as I said before, he made some good maps. I may not be the biggest fan of him as a person. You can look up, you can go find his kanji if you want, but I'm not going to be linking them. But all the same, thought he did good work. But yeah, so those were the Jasontable Minecraft Vore builds.